Welcome to the social circle where creators come together to turn ideas into impact and goals into a reality. I am Candace, and this is.
Jennifer, good morning,
Whoop,
good afternoon, and good evening. And we are super pumped for wherever you are joining us from. Thank you for taking your time with us to be here. It is amazing that you guys made it in. I'm so glad you're listening. And I think that this topic today is, again, one of the things that you just have to do it, get through it, and learn from it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean this is one of those things that can skyrocket your account if done correctly.
Oh, yes. For sure. Leveraging of trends, but not losing
Mhm.
your voice. Super
Yeah.
important. And it is a skill that you will eventually learn to love.
Yeah, I mean, I have felt the pressure of like, oh, this is a trend. I need to hop on this trend because I've
Yes.
seen it early or it looks like fun or whatever the reason is. I have felt that pressure, get up on there and do it, but sometimes it doesn't fit you. It's cringy when you do it. Some
Right.
things are not meant for me.
Exactly. And not every trend is going to, like she said, fit you.
Yeah.
And I think that they look really good on somebody else's account. But keep in mind, too, the trend, it may not work for you. And that is okay. You can test the idea. You can do trial reels now to find
Hmm.
out if that will work or not work for you. That's the great thing about what's being improved on Instagram as a platform right now is that they offer that trial reel where you can actually find out ahead of time if your non-following is going to like seeing what you have there. So keep that in mind as well. Our circle hack that Candace has brought up that I forgot about. Go for it, Candace.
Yeah.
Idea.
Our circle hack is just a quick bite-sized tip. And what Jennifer and I have learned and what we've seen and what we've heard from other creators is that trends start on TikTok, typically.
Yep.
Trends start on TikTok and then they will come over to Instagram. So if you're on both platforms, check out, you see a trend you like on TikTok, then do it on TikTok and move it over to Instagram because you're going to be ahead of that curve. And I have done that. I've done that a few different times with trending sounds and like actual trends.
No, for
Sometimes it
sure.
includes the sound, you know what I mean? But like I'm just talking separately sound and then the trend, even if it has a sound. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so what you're
Okay.
saying is there's the video. For an example right now, I'm going to bring it up because it's the most recent thing I've seen. There's this audio by a creator or an artist
I
who
woke
is
up in
saying
a new mood.
the Bugatti, right, I woke up in a new Bugatti, boom. So there's a beat drop. On the
Yeah.
beat drop in the video, there are individuals being pulled super fast, but they're kind of watching the camera and they've got some people are doing their glasses on their forehead, and then on the beat drop, they knock the glasses down so it covers their eyes, and then they're slid from the view of the video. There are 3 beat drops in that song where there are images of individuals, and then the last beat drop is like a something went wrong, and then the person comes out super slow. So it's a funny video if you're
It's
into
so
it,
funny if done correctly.
if done
Some of them are
correctly.
not done good at all.
Yeah, I know.
But
Like this one,
that's one that if you just
super
do
simple.
the trend and copy somebody else,
Yeah.
it doesn't show you. It doesn't show your vibe. It doesn't show your emotion. I love it when people take a trend and they totally switch it to something different. Still use the trend, but like, instead of doing the Bugatti one where people are like sitting down on the ground, like, and then they're getting pulled. I saw this one parent, their kids had a helmet and a pillow on their back, and
Ah,
they were doing, and I was like, okay, that's original. There's one
yeah.
where mom is a little person, but the son is normal size, very tall, actually, not normal size, very tall person. And they do it separately, and that's funny. Just doing it differently. So it's not like, yeah, the song and you're getting pulled. It's not, it's unoriginal. It's boring. You just have to
Yeah.
make it you.
Yeah, and I think that's something it again, that'll take practice, right? Is figuring it out if it works for you in the first place. And
Mm,
you can use the same audio in several different video styles too. So you don't
very true.
always have to use that audio with the style of the video that is trending. The audio just by itself could be trending later on. and you can use that on something that is fashion forward, right? You're trying to show whatever new outfits are coming in for the fall season, and you can just do like a drop on the beat drop and change from one transition of a style to another transition of a style. All kinds of
Yep.
ideas can be wrapped up in how you use a trending either audio or video, and you're still
Yeah.
putting in your authenticity behind it. So just keep those things in mind. You can choose to copy the trend or you can choose to translate the trend. Those are the choices are up to you. Favorite thing with Instagram currently is those trial reels. You can test the ideas out and you can repeat stuff. You can
Yeah.
repeat and repeat until you find what actually does well. I think, again, I'm going to reference one of our recent speakers, Shannon McKinstry. She's a 10-year veteran of social media and marketing. She even referenced a audio on several of her own videos until, and this is, I think, what she said is that it did come from TikTok. The audio was trending there, and she did bring it to her Instagram. It did not perform well in the first 2 to 3 videos that she used it on, but then it picked up on Instagram, and then it took off, and she used it,
Yep.
I think, 3 or 4 more times. So don't,
That's the trick.
yeah, don't let that trick like way because it's something very helpful for
Right.
you.
For real. And just you're thinking about trends, and we'll just talk about the trend for now, not specifically audio, because I feel like that's a whole nother podcast
Oh, it is.
in and of itself.
Sorry.
But no, but if you, I brought it up, like if you think about it, they're two different things
They are.
over, right? But specifically, we're talking about trends, and sometimes that may include an audio, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, I would say it includes an audio,
Most of the
right?
time it is audio. On my feed right now, I'm seeing the videos. I'm seeing the I think it's a screaming goat and it's the
The
mom and
kids,
she's
the people
lifting
are
the
like,
kids every time the animal screams on the video, right? It's a hilarious video.
it's so
I've
funny.
seen I've seen like 10 videos where it's the parent lifting the kids up, and then I seen one video where it's the big family of all the kids and it's the parent upside down
Ah,
like being lifted up by the kids, right?
see, that's how you change it.
That's how you
And you
change it.
choose, right, and you choose the right trend for your niche and you put
Yeah,
your spin on it. That's
exactly.
that's the magic, right? This is where the magic happens, right? This is where you're going to take this idea, you're going to look at it and you're going to say, "Oh gosh, that's funny. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to change this one little thing."
Yeah.
This one little thing about it that shows who you are as a person because we're here to make social media social. We're all humans.
For sure. I think it's again, there's learning and failing and then learning and failing forward.
Yeah.
Because some people won't get past the first failed video. In their mind, it's a failure. But in my opinion, when your first attempt at a trend, it doesn't go well, that doesn't mean anything. To be honest, it doesn't mean
No,
anything. If anything, it tells you a lot.
especially if you're having fun doing it. Do
Yeah.
the damn trend. If it's
Yeah.
fun. We do them sometimes just because it's fun. It may not get a lot of views, but we have a good time doing it. You
For
did that
sure.
Bugatti one with your kids. I'm sure you laughed a few times when they weren't
Oh,
complaining.
when I here's what I'm debating on with my video, guys. We did that one. I showed my kids the video. They're 6 and 3 right now. They were like, "I want to do that, Mom. I want to do that." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's try it." So I did, and my daughter cried the entire time because she was afraid of falling back on her head. And I'm
But
like,
that's a good
"Okay."
video,
I
actually.
I was like, now I want to use this, but I don't want to. I'm going to come across as some kind of a parent. I know that one way or another. So that's an idea of how I could use that for engagement for for my page. But then I'm like, we didn't actually do the whole video either. So I was like, how would I use this in such a way that it would show? Because my account is lifestyle and it's parenting and marriage and all that fun stuff. And I was thinking this would be a really good way to turn the trend into a different kind of
Yeah.
area.
It
I'm
would be
still
a
working
good
on it.
because there's a lot of people that probably have tried it and got the same reaction or a similar
Probably.
one from their kids. Number one, we all know
Yeah.
how kids work. Number two, you could use two audios. You could use
Yes.
that Bugatti audio and then use like something with like a loud screaming, like or
Goat scream.
something audio over hers. I don't know, something
Oh,
funny and weird.
the ones where the kids are being beaten and you're just telling the neighbors that the summer's time or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
That
Or
funny one. That's
you're
another
just
trending
putting
one.
you're taking the mayonnaise off the sandwich because like
Yes, you cut their pancake and they wanted it
right.
whole.
But that's the
Give
thing, right? You put your
That's the
spin on
fun.
it.
Yes, that's
And
the fun of the trend.
speaking of this trend, this I believe is a trend that they always come back.
Oh yeah.
Not always, but I have noticed,
Mhm.
we've talked about this before, but I have noticed in the 3 years we've been doing this, stuff will come back around. You just posted one with the July sound, and
Yeah,
it
I
was
did.
like, right? What did you say on there? I can't believe it's time.
Oh, somebody's saying use this audio, but we just use the July sound. And I know, I
Right.
saw that
And
too.
it's like, dang, okay, well, here we are again. So it shows that you've been in the space. It shows that you're following the trends. So that's an evergreen trend. Like it just keeps coming
Yes.
back up.
So you
And
mentioned evergreen. So evergreen is different from trend, right?
right,
Evergreen basically means can be used all the time.
right,
So that's something that you're talking about.
right. But if you're using a trend, and I'm trying to think of evergreen for me would be husband and wife content. That
Yes.
always hits very well on my account. So then I would take something for me that I know always hits and use it for that trend. Is that what you mean?
That's a
Kind
good
of like that.
combination. Yeah, that's a good combination. Is something that you have proven on your account to gain traction in whatever format you want it, and mixing in a trending sound to go with it, or if you can do the video,
Yeah.
whatever they're doing. That is taking your skill to the next level.
Yeah.
That's where you've done so much work already to know what can be used constantly, and it always has good views, good engagement, all the good things. Now you're mixing in those trending things. That
Right.
is just like, 3-star meal at a 5-star restaurant. You're building it up to get to that 5-star piece of it of content. And it's something a lot of people don't think to do on their account. For me, Evergreen, I will mix in a trended audio or video style
Hmm.
every so often. I don't do trends as often as others do on my
Hmm.
account. And I'm actually running my own test right now just to find out if trending really does boost your growth on an account. I'm going to have that up for my next speaking topic inside of the social circle because
Nice.
I'm running a 30-day test because I wanted to see how of a growth boost I get versus just doing my own evergreen content, which is the content like you just said, um, about your husband and you,
Right.
me,
Just something that you always do
that
that
yeah,
is more establishing who you are as a creator. It just gives you
yes,
more like depth.
yep. One tip too. This is a hard learned lesson for me. Not viral moment will be a good fit, right? That if you're not aware of why the video went viral in the first place, you work on that.
Yeah.
You got to know why the video is going viral.
Yeah.
Um, and you want to make sure that that video is a good fit for your account. If it
Hmm.
goes viral, does whatever's in that virality make sense with what you're doing in your account with everything else? So,
Yeah, because not every trend is going to be worth it.
yes.
Some can actually hurt you. Like,
Yeah.
like right now, politics. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
politics. And I say this because it is July of 2025 and the world is on fire. Just like it doesn't matter what your political stance is, the world is just there's crazy things going on in the news, right? So from politics to floods to just everything. So there are people that I've seen that have posted things like I did my first political post and I lost a bunch of followers. Or another one, people will comment on other people's videos using some not so great language, but it's their business account. These things, that's not worth it for you to get into. Trends, things that
Yeah.
are like mocking people or shaming people or political. Maybe you don't want to go down that route. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you might go
If
viral, but it might be for the wrong reason.
yeah,
Like you
if
just
you're
said.
So important to remind yourself too is if you have a strong opinion about something that is typically known to get reactions from another party, keep that away from your business account. Have a personal account. Share your Spitfire thought process on that topic.
Yeah.
It's okay to put it on your personal account. I strongly suggest driving that kind of content away from somewhere where you're trying to collect a community of people that want
Yeah.
something from you that you offer.
Yeah.
If you're opinionated enough, share it
I
in
mean,
the
unless that's what you're
stories.
offering.
Unless that is what you're
Unless that
offering.
is your offer,
True.
then yes. But
True.
I
Yeah.
agree. Unless I have an opinion about something, but not politics. So,
Right. There's a
but
dad that I follow. He does culinary and political. It's very
uh,
well done, though. I'll post it in the show notes. The first part of his video is he's cooking a recipe, but he's also talking to us about a analogy or a story. And then in a transition 10 to 15 seconds into the video, he'll turn his viewpoint in the camera. So the first
mm,
viewpoint is him cooking with all of the culinary stuff he needs. Then he'll turn his head and he'll just talk directly about the political comment that he needs to share. Then he'll come back to the cooking view and then he'll continue doing the analogy side to the political comment that he made.
and
And then
that
in
works
the
well for
end of it,
him.
it does very well for him. And I've
That's
seen
cool.
so
We got to
many
put him in the show
comments.
notes too.
Yeah,
That's who you're talking about.
that's who I'm talking about. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name right. The Dad Briefs, I think is
Yeah.
the account. He has done a very good way of sharing a political belief or not even a political belief, just a awareness of politics. And he's meshed it very well with something he loves to do on his own. So I
Yeah.
think that's a very good example if you want to check that out. I wanted to bring
That's
that
our
up on
social
your social
spotlight.
spotlight.
Oh, he's our social spotlight.
The
Yeah.
Dad Briefs. He is awesome. I think he's on TikTok and Instagram. And I've been watching him strictly because I wanted to see how he is welding those two. He's done
Yeah.
a very good infusion of cookery and political. And
I
it's
mean, you would have to, I feel like. What
yeah,
do his comments look like? That's what are they good? Are they
they're a
mixed?
mix. No, they're a mix. And he does actually do some clapbacks, not clapbacks in like the sense of I'm
Right.
angry at what you're saying, but more of a just because it's your opinion doesn't mean it's an opinion of all. So I think
Right.
that's what is good for how he chooses to show up on his account where he is trying. I think I was following another chick. I can't remember the name because it's been a couple years, but she was just coming in hot about her political opinion. It was attempting to be educational. She may have thought it was, but to me, it simply sounded like I hate all things this way.
Yeah.
There's another a teacher, a high school teacher in Canada, I know, but Unlearn 16 on
Yeah.
TikTok and Instagram. Very, very good with that back to school. Let me show you. I'm going to teach it to you. She does her political, but she also has her normal life kind of content. So she's also found a way. These people have been here for years, guys. This is not
Right.
a right off the bat, I can do this in one take kind of a thing. It's going to take years, maybe decades to figure out your flow. I'm just trying to point out some people who, if you're going that route, if you want to have your strongest opinions shared, try that idea of mixing in something that you love doing with that kind of a thing. So that was just a thought.
Yeah.
Social spotlighting it.
Yeah, that's
Of course.
actually brilliant. I'm interested to look at that account.
Oh,
But I do want to mention that inside the VIP circle, we have our 12-week boot camp,
yes.
which walks you through step by step from week 1 being mindset to week 12 scaling your business. But right in the middle of that, we talk about trends and mistakes to avoid and what you can do with those trends to get that engagement and growth. So, if you are wanting more of the information to find out about trends, or if you have a trend idea and you don't know how you're going to do it, put it in the community and let us help you. Come to the school group, go through the creator boot camp, specifically week 8. And then ask, this is the trend that I see, and this is
Yeah.
what I want to do. And then we can chime in and say, okay, well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? Because that's what it's there for.
Literally, you guys watched it live here on this podcast. You heard it from me and Candace. We were talking out an idea as it came to me. So, like, it can happen at any time. That's why we have our community, is because you
Mhm.
have these thoughts pop up. I know you're on your phones. You guys have those glued to your hands because I know mine is. I think it's very easy when you have the little app pop up on there. You just check it out and ask the questions. Send us the links. I am over here in Instagram at Jen_Radilette. Candace is over here on Instagram at Just the Blended Wells. Our podcast is everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, baby.
The Social Circle VIP. Today's podcast episode. Share this with a friend who loves doing the trends. Let them
Yeah.
know, what they could improve on if they might need it. I don't know.
And
Um,
let them know that it's okay to do them. When I
yeah.
first started, I remember this clear as day. I can remember how I felt right after the person said it. But we had a mentor that made me feel like who because I was doing a trend and it involved dancing, but I love that stuff. I think it's fun. So if you think it's fun and it makes you happy, then do it. Try the
Right.
trend. It's all a freaking test anyways.
Oh, yeah. All of this is testing. So see what works for you. Ask us your questions inside of our Social Circle VIP community over on the school platform. We're here for
And
you
come
guys.
back to our podcast every
Save
week
it.
because we love you.
We love you guys. Subscribe for some more episodes. Come back for the next one. We will catch you on the other side.
Have a great week.